Nexstar gave us the structure of a lot of other things, and then the network has been awesome. Man, it's just been like nitrous for us. It's boosted us to the next level, for sure. My name is Jason Johnson with Johnson & Johnson Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing. I am the owner and president of the company. My dad and I started the business back in 1996, but even before that we had a part-time business going on. We had so much part-time business that we ended up just kind of getting pushed into it. For years we just worked in the trenches, worked in the business, not on the business. So we did that, worked together for 10 years or so, and then finally started growing the business. We were actually working out of my parents' house, and we had a big garage where we kept stuff, and then a mudroom where we had the office. Marissa came on board during that time, and we slowly grew. My brother-in-law came to work with us and had a few helpers in the install. Then we actually purchased a building right behind this building and moved there and went to the next little step.
It's really around that time that Jason wanted to take the business and make it something different, something bigger. He wanted to leave a legacy. And Jason, asked, can I take this over? I really want to take this in a different direction. And he had some big ideas, and his parents were more than happy to bless that so that they could move on, they could retire, and then he could step up. And so it was around that time that I then came in at the office and helped with a foundational build out, if you will, of the organization. And I mean, it went fast from there. And then we joined Nexstar about 4 years ago, and that was pivotal for us. Really started to focus on growth and really started to focus on how we grow. It really opened up his mind to change. I think even a lot of owners kind of get, they've got blinders on, they're focused on X, Y, and Z, and it made his eyes open to understanding, really it's not me, it's a team, it's a we. And to really invest and focus on that and the growth. And so really saw a lot of change in Jason himself. And then of course from there it's a trickle down effect, right? He's now got ideas, he's now got all these things that he wants to accomplish. I look back at how we were before, and we were running 8 calls a day. We were a typical HVAC shop. We were just, we were never getting by. We've always been successful. But it was a huge mindset shift. And I think that's really what took place, was the mindset.
I think I'm an evolving leader. I've definitely come a long ways, and I've got a long ways to go. But one of the big things I've learned, and I've not learned this on my own, from hard knocks and just listening to people that know a lot more than I do, is you can't do it all on your own. And I have a great team, and I just need to be there to support them, not tell them what to do, not show them what to do, but lead them by example. That I take advice from other people, and I don't know it all. And so for me, as being their leader, is just being there for them and make sure that they're happy and they want to come to work, they're happy to come to work every day, that they want to be part of this organization, and that we have a culture that promotes that, and that I'm there for them, and they know my door is always open. My day-to-day is really just going along and making sure everybody has what they need on all different levels, and working with Marissa on that. I do have some visionary things that I'm working on as far as expanding the business. So one of the goals was to add plumbing, and we just did that. Literally got that going about a month ago. So, that was one of the things I was doing, is trying to find somebody to run that and figure out how we were going to start plumbing. I'm not a plumber, I'm HVAC. So I decided to get a plumbing manager and work with him and build it from the ground up, and that's what we've done, and still in the middle of it. So, but we're outgrowing this building, especially I see to add several more plumbers hopefully by spring, and we're having a lot of fun. Some guys from our install department from HVAC is wanting to move over to maintenance, so we're for the first time really having a lot of internal hiring going from different departments and moving up, and that's fun for me to see because we have not had a lot of that in the past. So being able to move positions in the company and have them have this future growth for themselves and a pattern for that is awesome.
We're really looking to have a fully staffed plumbing department successfully running calls. That is our goal. We obviously want to continue to grow within our HVAC service and install department. 5 years from now, really seeing at least shifting to another building, continuing that growth in those departments. And you know, obviously with that will come the revenue growth and the change. And after 5 years, who knows? I mean, the sky's the limit when you've got a great team and you've got people cheering for you who believe in your goals and where you're going. And so, you know, after 5 years, who knows? But we've got a great team and we're really excited for the future.